Well, all I can say is, thank God for Mo Salah. Yes, hello everyone to my first FPL game week review. Game week 1 could have gone worse, but it could have gone a hell of a lot better. Because as you can tell here, I managed to get a whopping 67 points. Now, okay, that doesn't look ideal, and it isn't, but it probably wasn't as bad as I think it was. Okay, yeah, it was pretty bad. Apart from Jamal Lascelles, Aubameyang, and Mo Salah, obviously, nobody in the team did anything. Even the guys I expected to do quite well. We'll have a quick run through then of the team. We'll start with Hugo Lloris, who managed to get the 2 points for playing the entire 90 minutes against Everton. Obviously conceded a goal, but did get some save points, no bonus. A little bit disappointing. I thought Tottenham were going to be quite defensively solid, but they looked anything but on Sunday. The same could also be said of Liverpool, obviously with Trent Alexander-Arnold only getting 1 point and playing very poorly throughout. It's probably the worst I've ever seen him play in a Liverpool shirt, to be fair. Same with Ender Stevens. Sheffield United got sucker punched a little bit by Wolves at the start of the game, and with 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, it kind of ruined any chance of Stevens really getting any kind of returns defensively, and offensively as well was quite quiet. The same cannot be said, however, for Jamal Lascelles, who managed to rack up 6 points with a clean sheet against a very lethargic West Ham for Newcastle United. In the midfield, we fared slightly better. The 2 big hitters, and Aubameyang and Salah, both came to the fore. Obviously, captaining Salah over Aubameyang has given me a little bit of an advantage over a number of people that decided to captain the Arsenal forward. Midfielder. But Salah's hat-trick took him to a whopping 40 points, which made up over 2/3 of my score, nearly. James Ward-Prowse is a little bit off during his game. He had a number of free kicks, but didn't really make the most of any of the opportunities. Southampton were very poor, but hopefully they'll turn that around in their game against Spurs, who were equally disappointing. And Heung-min Son was also part of the problem in that he is one of the brighter sparks for Spurs, but that really wasn't saying much. Jordan Ayew had a solid game for Crystal Palace, but with the arrival of Michy Batshuayi sat on the bench and Ebere Eze, I'm beginning to think that he may not be the best choice to have as a Crystal Palace forward, and maybe someone I need to offload soon. The big surprise of the week was that Alexandre Mitchevich did not start against Arsenal, but when he did, he came on and had a few snapshots and looked lively. Apparently it was due to the fact he was on international duty and hadn't trained with the squad. He is expected to be in the starting lineup for next week against Leeds away from home, which could be a game filled with goals. And I've already touched on how poor Southampton were. Danny Ings as well did not exactly fulfil his potential for me either. Obviously had a very good header saved in the last minutes by Vincent Guaita, but other than that, the England forward was kept very, very quiet. The worst thing about all of this is that on the bench, James Justin managed to get 9 points, and I made a bit of a mistake keeping him out. I probably should have put him in ahead of Ender Stevens, but on paper for me, you could never have anticipated he would have got an assist along with the clean sheet. So I still stand by what I did. It's just a little bit disappointing to always have points on your bench. That has left me 17th in the MikeRo Munch Invitational, and a big congratulations so far to Josh Allen, who obviously got the highest score of the week and is top of the table. I hope you don't mind me calling you out, mate, but well done to you, Josh, and well done to everyone else that played in this week, and thank you to everyone that's joining. We have 50 people in the league, which is amazing. It's the biggest league I've ever been involved in, so thank you everyone for joining in. And before we end the episode, we are going to have a look at 3 players that I am considering to bring in for game week 2. We will start off with Newcastle forward Canon Wilson, who was incredibly lively in his game against West Ham and took his goal very well, looked threatening throughout, and I do think that he is going to have a very solid season. He is what the Toon Army have been calling out for ages, a striker that can actually put the ball in the back of the net, and he was very impressive against West Ham. And with fixtures coming up against Brighton at home, I do feel that he could get in for some points next week, but maybe it's worth holding off until Newcastle start their lovely run of fixtures from game week 7 all the way through to game week 14. Another player who caught my eye and is very familiar with a lot of FPL fans this year is Tyrek Mitchell, the young Crystal Palace left-back, who played very, very well in their game against Southampton, who obviously are known for pressing and being a very attacking side. Ultimately, his fixtures don't look brilliant in the next 3. He's got United away, Everton at home and Chelsea away. But after that, Crystal Palace have a lovely run of fixtures, and they are notoriously very difficult to break down. At £4 million, he provides a very cheap, useful way into a back four that is very accustomed to Premier League attacks and is going to rack up a lot of clean sheets. Despite the fact that Calvert-Lewin got the goal for Everton and James Rodriguez had a very impressive debut for Everton, for me it was Richarlison that caught the eye. The Brazilian forward was superb for Everton, constantly getting in behind the Spurs line, and only his finishing let him down on the day. He could have easily finished with a brace, potentially even a hat-trick, had it not been for some sort of panicky finishing, but I do feel if he creates those opportunities consistently, he will come good. Also, his next 5 game weeks look very favourable, with home ties against West Brom, Brighton and a very leaky Liverpool defence, as well as an away game against Crystal Palace and against Southampton. Everton look like they mean business this year, and I think that at £8 million he is a very good semi-premium option to have up front if Danny Ings continues to misfire, or if you have enough money to get another £8 million forward in amongst your team. And if not, go for the Colombian wonderman James Rodriguez at £7.5 million in the midfield. Everton look like they mean business. James had a very good debut with a lot of fantastic passing, not too much in the way of attacking shots, but as he grows accustomed to the league, he will only get more influential. He could well be a must-have by the end of the season. Naturally, I'm going to be thinking about those transfers over the next coming days, where the next episode that will come out will be on Thursday, where we'll have my Game Week 2 team, and we'll be analysing who I should make as captain and what changes I have made. But let me know what you think in the comment section, who caught your eye in Game Week 1, and while you're down there, please drop a like on the video, share and subscribe. If you haven't joined the league, it's not too late to do it. Go and join the MikeRo Invitational down with the code below. And until I see you in the next episode of my FPL series, take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay cool.